be the change. Be the change. If you're one of those people who feel like life can be overwhelming sometimes, it's very stressful, there's a lot of things to do, there is a lot of things that is expected of us, and there's a lot of things that we're trying to do and we can't quite get to it, and sometimes life just feels overwhelming and it is daunting and taking a toll on you, then this message today, it might be for you. This is a reminder to take a pause from everything. Allow your body, your mind to quiet. It's so easy to forget it. So this is your reminder today to take a little time out for yourself. Breathe, feel your body, feel your toes, your hands. Maybe you can feel and sense that the energy that is inside of your body. And if you focus on that for a little bit, your mind will quiet, and you'd be surprised as to how much energy and how much time you're spending on thinking, like thoughts. They're just thoughts, creating stories and judgments and all kinds of stuff. So taking the time out in a busy day, in a busy life, even if it's when you go to the bathroom, breathe, center yourself, bring yourself back into focus, into yourself, call your energy back, breathe, and then you go into the world and feel a little bit more together, maybe. Sometimes we do. It's a practice thing. If you keep doing it, then you will. It will help you a lot to do everything else in life that you want to do. Because life can be a beautiful adventure too. Vast vistas. Expand your horizons. Expand your horizons. Going out of the box. This is a person here hopping out of the box, thinking outside the box, thinking a little bit different maybe than what you've always done before. Maybe learn something new, find some interest, pick up something that you can learn about, and then Seven of Wands is showing up. And the question today is, so ask yourself, what area of your life needs boundaries and protection? What areas of your life, where do you need to set some boundaries and protection around you? You know, boundaries are a way to clarify where you feel good. This is my space. This is what I need to thrive and to be feeling like I can express myself and be an authentic person. This is what I need. And I'm going to allow you to come in here. I'm going to allow this to come into here. And once you set the boundaries, then, and you are clear about it, then other people, they know, oh, that's okay. I know I can go to there. And then that's good. Now I feel safe too, because otherwise you don't know. So being clear about it is creating safety for yourself, but also for the people in your life. And you'd be surprised as to how mendable people are, or how how glad they are to accommodate those wishes from you if you let them know what you need. Perhaps you can create a little space in your house where this is my quiet space, and when I'm in here, then the boundaries are that I don't want to be disturbed, and I'm going to be in here for this amount of time, and this is my time, and I don't want anybody else to come in here. So then you can create boundaries around your time, about your health, about your mental health, about your peace of mind, everything. So that's one way that you can interpret what area of your life needs boundaries and protection. And we all need some protection. There's a lot of energies out there, and you got to protect yourself. Otherwise, we'd be swayed in so many ways. And so looking to me like someone is getting over a heartbreak. I mean, probably everybody, almost in some way or another, on this planet Earth has had some kind of heartache and heartbreak that we're overcoming. And usually it will. Making a choice here. And this is like beautiful. So if you do create a space for yourself where you can feel safe, where you can feel grounded, safe, to go within and then listen within, then you sit there for a while and you allow the answers to come to you in the created space. Also, the space that you create is like allowing yourself to feel that heartbreak that is on its way out. Okay, so it's healing, and then allowing yourself to feel it and just be okay with it. Like, yes, this is what heartbreak feels like. And then instead of like trying to fight it, or no, I'm not feeling that. No, I am not feeling that. No, that is not me. And instead of going into denial or trying to fight it, then just be like, or cry for a little bit maybe, or just sit there and just be compassionate about yourself, have empathy like a good friend would, and then make choices that are better for you, make choices that are different for you in the future. Being in the, perhaps there was some hope of the happily ever after. Like, I know for myself, like I make up stories in my head, like we all do it, like we all make up stories in our head. And then we believe in these stories and create all these daydreams and all these potentials, because your soul recognizes perhaps potential with another person. And when your soul recognizes this potential with another person, there's a connection there. And then you start create these stories. And sometimes even the stories might be the expectation that we are feeling disappointed by, which the story, we made it up. I created the story, and now I'm sitting here and I'm crying because I'm so sad because my story didn't come true. And that is like a illusionary way to approach anything. This is why it's so important to realize how much thinking we are doing and to be able to quiet the mind. Because if you reassess and you go within yourself, you sit down and you meditate for a little while, and then maybe you decide to not go within your mind and create everything up in your mind, but maybe you decide to be present in this world. Just be present and allow things to unfold should they want to. So you're letting it be and letting it do what it wants to do. And then you just put your best foot forward. You love your life just the way it is. You're fine, you're full, you're complete. Already, you don't need anybody else to come in and complete you because you're already complete. And then and then you go into your world, whatever that looks like for you, your day, your things that you have to do, and you go in there, and now you can go with a certainty, and then allow yourself to experience them instead of making it up in our mind, which we often do that. Good and bad in our minds. Wheel of Fortune, so you are spinning the wheel in the right direction. This is also like with meditation. So all the busyness, all the craziness, all the oh my God things that is going on, OMG everywhere, and you look and there's something crazy going on everywhere. And then you can decide to go in there and check it out. Oh my gosh, you're going to be overwhelmed. I'm going to check this out. Oh my gosh, this is going to be overwhelming. This is a perfect place to set some good boundaries in your life. Like your current situation is calling for you to set some boundaries. And the boundaries might just be to find that inner space. Because if you find your inner stillness, then you are in the center of the wheel. Now you're in the center, you are centered, and you're grounded within yourself. And so all the craziness, you still see it, it's going on out there, but you are embodying the peace within yourself. And so the Wheel of Fortune then will spin in your favor, because you're not going to get dragged in there. You're not going to get dragged in there. And sometimes it's just with our mind, our thinking. Oh, we see something over there. Now we're going to shoot some thinking over there. And now we're halfly attached with our thoughts to this situation over there. And then maybe we look at that situation. We look at another one at the same time. A little bit of our energy goes there too. Now we have like our energy going in all directions. And so bring it back in. Bringing it back in, centering ourselves, finding that inner stillness. It's going to be very important for you in your current situation. Whatever your life looks like right now, it might feel overwhelming, it might be disappointing, maybe the happy ever after didn't happen the way you thought it would be. Make a different choice, see things in a different way, like expand your horizons. Perhaps there is something way better outside the box than you had thought about before. And so being centered and within the wheel so that you can stand firm even when things go a little bit crazy around us sometimes. And at this time it is better to whatever you're working on, whatever it is that you are doing, now might be a better time to work on it in silence. Perfect whatever it is that you're working on. Perfect that, like figure out, like for example, okay, so I am currently trying to learn a new sport, which in my age is kind of difficult because my body has all these old repetitive things, like automatic things that it's doing, and so it's very difficult, and I have to be very, very focused in my head to try and remember all these different things that I have to learn and to have my body do these things. And so, yeah, feel like a fool, looking like a fool probably too, but who doesn't when you're starting something new? And that's okay. If you can overcome that and don't feel bad about it, don't judge yourself about it, whatever it is that you're doing, it might not be a sport, maybe it's a new hobby that you're trying to do, or maybe it's a course, an online class, or maybe something in the community that you would like to be a part of. And then just go there, just be foolish for a little while, it's okay, like, and just do it because your soul is calling for it. There's going to be some great benefits for it. And you might have to go at it alone for a while, and that's okay too. And then you perfect the craft and you do it, and give yourself enough time with your current situation, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, whatever it is that you're trying to put into works. Give yourself the time to allow it to unfold. Like for me, like I have to allow it to take the time that it takes. Like, okay, so maybe I did a little bit better yesterday in the workout than I did the time before. And then, so I'm happy about that. The rest of the time was pretty, well, not quite there, put it that way. But I can laugh about it, I can have fun about it. It's fun to try and learn something new. It's challenging my mind, my focus, everything. And also for me, who has been disassociated from my body for most of my life, it's very fruitful to be having to learn this here, because I have to be present in my body. If I'm not present in my body, I'm gonna get knocked right out. So there's that. So it's kind of forcing me to learn the things that I need to learn, and Spirit put me on this path because it's helping me heal a lot of things that I would not have been able to notice if I didn't go there. So sometimes you can feel like you'd be drawn into a certain direction and you're not quite sure why you're going to be drawn there, because it's a little bit weird. You never really thought about doing any of that. This can be the outside the box, like expand your horizons. If you feel this little nudge within yourself, there might be a great gift in it for you if should you do take the leap and just hop in there and do it. Because sometimes we don't even know what the true gifts of kind of starting something or doing something is until you start it, and it will make you aware and show you different focuses that you might not have discovered otherwise. And God works in mysterious ways. I know this for sure. And so we never know quite how it's going to show up in our life. But if you do have faith and you be still within and you listen, your current situation is going to be a lot of fun. Yes. And there's the 10 of Pentacles. And also it's not just going to be a lot of fun. It's going to bring in what you need to take care of yourself. It's going to bring in what you need so that you have time to spend with your loved ones, so that you have time to spend with friends and family and be in gatherings, perhaps community events, perhaps going out and do fun stuff like that with your certain current situation. If in your current situation with the heartbreak, the disappointments that you're personally going through, well, your current situation is going to benefit from it because you're going to grow. Like, this is a lesson. Heartbreak and heartaches, and also maybe this is a lesson in that in your self-worth. Like, this is like having a heartache and heartbreak and creating stories that weren't true. So okay, people come in, they trick us, they're players, we all know them, we have all seen them, they're funny, and they can be very destructive too for the heart of the person who is going into their playmanship, who falls for it. And so, well, this is a great lesson though, because there's got to be something more solid within a connection for it to work. Like, so the lesson might not be a fun one. The lesson might not be exciting or adventurous at the moment. It might just hurt in your personal self. And people are resilient. You're going to get over it. You just have to give yourself time to heal. And the way maybe to do that is to sit down and create that little space, expanding your horizons. What is that little nudge that you wanted to do before this character here took all of your attention? Because also when someone is trying to play you, they hook your attention. And when they hook your attention, your energy goes to them. And when your energy goes to them, now your energy is going that way, instead of perhaps quieting the mind, putting your energy back into yourself, putting your energy into this new project, like when you're thinking outside the box, bringing your energy back so that you can, and these might be the area of your life that you need to set some boundaries and protection around yourself. Protect yourself from player energy, protect yourself from negative energy, protect yourself from all these things. You can pray for protection of these things and ask for it, and it shall be given. And so creating these things, and then the current situation, be centered within yourself. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, whatever it is that you're trying to create or set into motion, finding that inner stillness is going to be key to great success. And you might have to go about it alone for a little bit, but you'll be able to do that. Sometimes the clarity comes from cutting out things that no longer serve you. So the shadow work here can be clarity, like you have, like the self-worth part is always important, to understand the self-worth and understand that you are worthy of what you are worthy of. Put it into words for yourself. Have clarity about your worthiness. Also, cut out the things that is no longer serving you. And the shadow work is also like when you find clarity in a situation, you have to let it go. Like otherwise you'll be dragging that little wish, the little thought bubble of hope and all that joy and all the excitement, and you're going to bring that bubble with you. And then when you find the clarity, and when you sit there with your heartbreak and you're overcoming the heartbreak and you're overcoming the disappointments, and then you have to also be just willing to cut it out, to cut it, heal from it, and to let it go. Yeah, because someone was showing up as someone that they were not. Being inauthentic is something that almost everybody is, because we don't even know what it's supposed to look like to be authentic anymore, because we're all just put together by our egos, the identities, like the different tags and labels. And so here is like, so many people hop around on planet Earth pretending to be super confident or pretending to be super successful. And I have it all together and I'm so successful, and then they want people to see that and admire that, and that's what they want to portray. And then there's a way that you can actually transform yourself into being confident, to have a confidence, to also just know that you are successful. And sometimes confidence, true confidence, is quiet, whereas fake confidence is loud, it's visible, it kind of look playerish. So that might be the fake like confidence, or loud confidence rather. It's a confidence too. It's a loud confidence, it's more an outer confidence. The inner confidence is quiet. Yeah. And it comes with like meditation, finding the inner stillness, doing the inner work. And the shadow work in regards to overindulgence in food, overindulgence in workouts, overindulgence in anything self-sabotaging, anything that holds you, overindulgence in romanticizing things, overindulgence in creating stories in our head that creates disappointments, over any kind of drug, alcohol, cigarettes, sex, any kind of addictions is going to require inner work. So whatever the reason is for MRG, and yeah, freeing yourself from the expectations of the world around us. So unless we do the shadow work, we won't heal. You can wish for it for as much as you want to. You can wish for things to be different, but if you don't do the shadow work, you won't heal. If you do the shadow work, you will heal and you will rise up and you're going to get hope. There's going to be a lot of hope there, healing and health and happiness. And so Esther and Abraham Hicks says, the most satisfying aspect of deliberate creation. So if you do the shadow work, this is deliberate creation too. Now you're doing the inner work, you're cutting the ties that needs to be cut so that you can heal and have a healthier outlook on your future. So deliberate creation comes from being sensitive to the way the thoughts you are thinking feel. For then it is possible to modify a bad feeling thought to one that feels better, and to thereby improve your point of attraction before something unwanted manifests. It is far easier before an unwanted physical manifestation appears to deliberately change the direction of your thoughts to something that feels better. Shadow work right there. Change the direction of your thought to something that feels better. And sometimes just loving everything just the way it is. Even if you sit there with heartbreaks, you just go, I love this lesson. I love this. And you bring out that sense of love, the feeling of love. And now you are going to create. Now you can create things from a place of love instead and call it into your existence. And we got the Magician. And so, yeah. Taking the time out to deliberately change the direction of your thought to something that feels better. Then you're going to manifest something that feels good. Well, if your thoughts is something that feels worse, then you're going to manifest something that feels worse. And so taking charge of your inner self is going to be very, very fruitful for you in regards to what you manifest for your future. And 9 of Cups is also here as a possible outcome, because if you do change, like if you do the internal work, like you change your thinking, like deliberately change the direction of your thought to something that feels better. Change your thinking to something that feels better. When you take the time out, when you meditate, then notice what your thoughts are and change them into something better. Now you're clearing out, like you're weeding your thought space, basically, and clearing it out, putting in stuff that you love instead of stuff that is annoying or abusive or, you know, all these critical things. Margie, you saying hi over there? What's on your little cat heart? You always say that. Renewal. Yep. Setting the boundaries, creating your space, and expanding your horizons. Perhaps you can do more than you thought you could. Perhaps there is more to your situation than meets the eye. Perhaps there is more that you could expand on within yourself so that you can have that life that you always wanted, and that to create the life that would make you feel really happy. Because why not? Might as well be happy here on planet Earth. We're going to be here for a while until our bodies say no more. So, to presence. awareness, quietude, and meditation. The beautiful light in me, it honors, respects, and it loves the same beautiful light in you. And until next time, namaste.